road that hasn't been maintained in forever, and it's rocky, surrounded by beautiful cliffs, branches that'll smack you in the face. Looking down over the valley. This is probably the bumpiest road I've ever been on.
I am keeping it on the road.
That was Kim and I in August. We came up here in Alaska in the summertime, and the goal was to get off the main drag and show you a side of Alaska that you've never seen before. Well, we certainly accomplished that, didn't we? The following is a collection of the people we met and the things we saw along the way. I found it fascinating. Yeah, thanks, man.
Spend as much time in there as you like and come out whenever you're ready.
All right.
Well, I want to take off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, I'm not ready. My Debbie's so nervous.
Yeah.
Hurry. Do a selfie. Hurry, do a selfie. Hurry.
Alright, hold on. Okay.
Ah. Okay, bye.
Okay. Oh my god. It's 40 below. My nose is already freezing. Kim just left. She couldn't take it. It's 40 below in this room right now. This is what it's like to live in Alaska in the winter. I can't even breathe. My nose, I think, is already freezing. I've been in here for about 30 seconds, and my clothes feel like they're already getting stiff. It's really, really super cold in here. So I'm gonna leave, but I'm doing it for you, YouTube, here in Fairbanks, where it's 40 below, and it's pretty dangerous to be in here. I feel like they shouldn't let people stay in here long. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I haven't turned them on. Forgot about it. It's the only day of the week I open, so I'm not.
You gotta run through your routine, huh? Yeah, right.
What you asking about?
Yeah, ground fruit.
Yeah? Look at that. Harsh. What did Kara do? God. Poor Kara. So we were just driving down the road and came across this out in the middle of nowhere, Fairbanks. Look at this. Somebody lives in an old giant, I don't know what kind of airplane that is. 747? 757? I'm not sure. Probably shouldn't be in their property, but this is just so fascinating. I had to look at that. That is Alaska for you right there.
Split half of you are going to go in this part, and some of you are going to go in this part.
What are you doing? Hey, what's up, buddy?
So one thing I started doing, I'll train him, yeah, this drives me nuts, the spinning, but he doesn't do that in the winter when he can run a little more. Yeah, basically this was the equivalent of a fall training run, where when the weather gets cooler, like it started to get today, we'll take a big team of dogs out and have them pull a heavy cart, kind of a resistance training workout. And that's done to prep these guys for long distance running, and it's about working the right dogs in the right positions for their kind of teamwork development and training, and just getting ready for those long distance races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are sled dogs so important for Alaska?
How long do you have? You know, everywhere that there is a road, a railroad, a mine, a town, anywhere in the state of Alaska, sled dogs got there first. They took the materials, they took the people, all that infrastructure was built out by dogs. And these Alaskan Huskies you see behind me, well, they're the descendants of those dogs, of the dogs that came up during the gold rush to help build out this state. And it had to be done with dogs because all of Alaska is covered in water.
The camera does not do justice how blue that water is. Right, this is one of the main launch points for the Russian River, Kenai River, where all these people come down here and get in the water and launch their boats and fish. It's a big deal. Everybody's really excited about getting them some salmon and other fish, but this is a big deal. Never run from a bear. They'll chase you down. Yeah. It's just kind of like how it is in Alaska. Like, they don't really care about what you think. And they don't really seem to, I don't know if it's just the weather, because maybe putting stuff away and staying neat is hard, because you only get about 2 months a year here. Maybe June and July of nice weather, and then August comes and it's kind of crummy. So, you know, you make your stuff nice and then it gets snowed on or buried or whatever, mud, rain, muck. So I think that's maybe part of the reason that a lot of people here, and also, you know, stuff's hard to come by. I think they kind of collect and hoard things a little bit and save because they're spendy, because they're thrifty, and they're trying to, you know, salvage things because stuff is expensive and it's hard to come by and you got to save it. But this is real Alaska. Like, this is how Alaska is. It's rough around the edges. It's tattered. It's not perfect at all. It's like a little janky and a little junky. And there's no facade here. Alaskans are not trying to be something they're not. They're just real. And they just live a real life. Just like this. They don't care. All right, Mark, what's going on? Where are we?
Yeah, so we are in the Chugach mountain range here, high over the Matanuska Glacier, looking at 27 miles of ice, and just enjoying the ridgeline up here.
How old is that glacier?
Well, there's not a really great way to date a glacier because it's a moving object, right? The ice below us here, somewhere between 200, 500 years old. It just depends on how fast the glacier is moving now, how fast it used to be, and then how long it took the snow to accumulate on top. Because we've got snow falling, and then that compacts and makes ice, and then that compacts and makes the glacier ice, and then that pushes the glacier down the mountain.
And some people think glacier, like they see this and they might think, oh, the glacier's melting. You got black and white in there. What's going on with that?
So the glacier is melting. I mean, it's, we're about a mile above the glacier and it's, I don't know, about 55 degrees. So it has to melt, right? It's ice. And that's just a normal process of the glacier. But at the same time, you see the clouds on the top here. And those are, those mountains go up to about 7,000 feet above us. And it's snowing up there. So while it's above freezing here, up at the top, it's certainly not. And so it's building glacier up at the top and then melting at the bottom.
And how long have you been doing this tour?
So I've been flying in the area about 15 years, and then I've owned the lodge and run the tours for about 10.
Yeah, this is just incredible. Like, what an experience on the top of the mountain, about a mile up. Look at that. As hard as a rock, this ice. Oh my goodness.
Kids that come out to have snowball fights are a little bit disappointed. So we'll take this little dark
People
line
want
here.
their swimming pools to look like this.
Right. With like,
You can't even believe how blue that is. We're in a lake in the middle of a glacier. Unbelievable. Oh my God. 32 what?
32.1 degrees. This morning this was all frozen.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, so anytime it frosts out here, it freezes.
So this was frozen over and it melted today?
Yeah, this is as close to freezing as you can get while still remaining liquid.
Oh.
In fact, look, some of the little sun cups have ice still in them.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Like if you look at the ones that are shaded from the sun.
I mean, this looks like my dream pool color. Oh, look at you, Nick.
Drink it. You gotta drink it.
All right. I'm feeling harassed. Yes.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like legit clean water, not that stuff that comes out of our sink at home that they warn us about like every other day.
Oh no. No boil water advisories out here.
Oh my gosh. So where are we and what are we doing right now?
Yeah, so we are about 10 miles up the Matanuska Glacier, and when we're measuring how far we are up, usually it's from the toe, so the end of the glacier is about 10 miles that way. That's where the ice goes from thick to thin and then eventually just runs out. And then the top of the glacier is about 17 miles that way and another 11,000 feet above us. We can't even see it. It's just in the clouds. So just huge scale out here, hard to comprehend how big everything is.
Give me an opinion here. What do you think?
This is super cool. And we've been able to see 2 bears and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moose and a bunch of sheep. And now we're ice climbing.
Come on, that's what we see on TV.
Yeah. That's what they do on the movies. Oh my God.
All right, you want to look some berries?
Yes.
All right, let's go probably this way.
Gosh, this is like, you can't even do this justice.
Blueberry. Oh, look at these
I
right
know.
here. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Wow. All right, these are a little bigger.
Nice.
The bears are not going to be happy about this.
No. Well, they're bigger than those other ones.
Can't get over every time we step on a forest floor how soft it is.
Fun.
Fish viewing. See if we can view some fish. There's a sockeye salmon. 2 of them right there. Good eating. Out here in the middle of the Alaska wilderness. Well, are they all dead? Another 3 bears. That's the 3rd 3 bears we've seen in the last hour. We go into 3 bears. Oh my God. It's like Home Depot. Oh wow. Not what I expected. We got kayaks right next to the produce. Charcoal and squash. Cheerios and moose heads. This place is so random. All the ammo you need. And ruffles. Coffee and guns. What else does a man need? I got everything you need here at 3 Bears. Only grocery store I've ever been to where you can buy a machine gun. What do you think, Kim? We're going out riding.
Excited. Why am I not going?
Give me gas. There you go,
Okay.
Kim. She hasn't driven before. Super scary part now. But Kim's crushing it. Best driver on YouTube. I think we're pretty much at the top of the mountain. But no, we're not. There's more mountain up there. We're seeing old gold claims, active gold claims. There's people up here that are gold mining still, back there. Oh my God, look at this. Holy crap. Holy, look at this valley. Oh my God. This is just absolutely, this is just crazy. We're way out in the middle of nowhere. It's Hatcher's Pass in Alaska. Holy shit. Yeah, we're up here pretty much at the top of the mountain. We took those bad boys up here, right at the snow line. And we're just about the top of Hatcher's Pass on the damn ATVs. And it was just absolutely crazy getting up here. I can't believe that we were just driving up here 2 days ago in the car down at the bottom, looking up here, wondering what was up here. And today we're up here. There you go. This is so Alaska right here. Hardware. Ace is not the place anymore. I know. Kim said it feels like the tropics. It's 62. You see this all over Alaska. Old stuff that time forgot. It's hard to make a go of it way up here. Lots of closed down, just like this. All right, we are way out in the middle of nowhere in the Kenai Peninsula. It's about 11:30. Beautiful day. It's about 60 degrees out here, as you can see. Nobody but me and Kim out here. And everywhere you go, you see stuff like this. Knife store that's not open. Out in Alaska, out in here, there's a lot of stuff that just isn't open anymore, or hardly ever open. But you know what is open everywhere? All the weed stores. There's cannabis places about every 5 minutes out here. They're open, but a lot of these mom and pops are just not making it really anymore. Closed. Just our luck. I wanted to meet Morris the Talking Moose. Okay, so it's day 10 out here. We just left Seward. A little bit of cloudy day after 2 days of beautiful weather. And guess what? On our way back to Anchorage, guess what's open? The Moose Drop-In Trading Post, home to Morris the Talking Moose, which means we get to meet Morris. Let's go inside.
Hi, sorry to bother you, but I was wondering, have you seen my tail? I can't find it anywhere. Perhaps you could check the mail.
And Moose Drop-Ins.
See what's in it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, yep.
Tell me what Gold Dredge 8 is all about.
Well, we have the Gold Dredge shut down here in this valley here in 1959. It started up in 1928. We basically, our tour here is based on the dredge. That's the star of our show. It's actually floating here in a pond. It's shut down there, and it's sat there since 1959. And that's kind of how we got started with the Gold Dredge tours here, with it being the focal point.
These are water.
Here's the dredge.
Water.
All right. You doing all right? Step on your
okay.
tiptoes.
I got it.
On your heels.
I got it. Holy cow.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go ahead so that you can.
All right.
I'm not in your way.
I'm coming.
But it's dropped. You know, it's.
That's a real dredge right there.
Morning. Welcome to the cleanup room. I'm life insured.
Look over there, how big everything is.
No, sirree.
There was a lot of gold came through that tunnel. Is that gold right there?
He entered the bucket pretty quick. Still, a fella named Bucket Louie suggested making them with a removable edge or a rim. So all we had to do was replace.
Look at that. There's a lot of gold in there.
That's the north end. That's the north end. I only ever pick out about 2 or 3.
Give you a bag of dirt.
Here's the dredge, gold, and then the pool, the dirt we use a little ways. We're right about picking out the rocks. There's the gold.
Dirt in there.
Down in the bottom. I want to put a little dirt on top of the bowl and then wash away the dirt.
Panning for gold.
Anybody else alone?
Gonna be rich.
While I'm right. What?
Okay.
Start out with the top.
I'm panning for gold right now.
Right here, right now, it's probably
I'm doing a really good job of this.
but
I'm gonna get probably a couple ounces out of this today.
You better.
start with the top.
This is how real men made
You want
their
to
living
bring it
back
to
in the
the
day.
top chest. There's your target.
Ooh, that's good.
You got a nugget over here, and then there's another one.
Oh, it's in there?
Must be a hole in the floor ahead of you. Drop it out like you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Press down on it, it'll stick to you.
Thank you.
There you are.
That is
Nice to know, guys.
Thank you.
I feel like
I
you
got
should
some
put it
gold.
in mine. We could keep it together.
There's my gold.
Only 2% of gold is nuggets.
It's molded like that.
And so if you find a nugget, it's very rare. Very rare. And so you want to get it appraised. So for instance, this nugget is appraised at $75,000.
There's still a ton of gold. I mean, I was asking you earlier, people can just go out, find some land that's unclaimed, file the proper paperwork, and stake a claim and look for gold today?
Yeah, there's still people out there that are out finding this property. If it's close to a roadway system or a trail in the wintertime, they'll go in there, they'll drill it, find out if it's got gold on it, and if they can get the right permits and get the right applications, they're mining gold.
And this is also interesting out here. I don't know all the rules, but from what I was told, you can buy mining claims that do have gold in them. They test them, they'll prove to you that it has gold, and then you buy a claim. And then you go down and you get your sluice box and your pan and get to work, mister. Find yourself riches. So somewhere down here on this creek, there's gold in there. You just got to find it. It's like this Olive Estate. You can just buy land and pan for gold in designated areas that they've determined have it. So where I'm standing right now, there's gold. Hey, is that gold? I think I found a big gold nugget. I'm rich, bitch.
The thing of it is, when I started mining, it was like the wild, wild west. The environmental controls that people thought were necessary were not being enforced yet. The Clean Water Act had just been passed. There was no enforcement of it. We were running the whole river through the sluice box if you wanted to. It was so free.
Freedom.
There was a freedom there. There wasn't anybody looking over your shoulder telling you that you needed permission to make a living. You did it.
Yeah, God, look at that belt buckle. I am jealous of that.
Alaska is the only place you can ask a man to see his nuggets.
Oh.
I like that's a little personal.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all nuggets.
September 26, 1977, 5 to 5 in the afternoon, 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Light snowfall and sun just set. I'll remember that day till the day I die. This is 1985, and this is 96. So they're not, I remember this one though, because I had a partner that I swore I would never partner up with again. And I did, and we got that nice nugget out of it.
So how much do you think this is worth right here?
It's worthless.
Because you're never
Never
giving
gonna
it
sell
up.
it.
But if you were to.
You want to know the value of it?
Uh-huh.
Here's the value of it. I've had some bad days.
Uh-huh.
I've had some really miserable days. But I can guarantee you that as long as I can reach in my pocket and that poke sack is in there,
Uh-huh.
I haven't had my worst day yet.
No, you have not.
Well, this place is interesting. It's go in and find out what it's all about. Welcome to the Big T to Sima Lodge. Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
How you doing?
Okay.
This is an look at this place. This is, I would be in here a lot if I lived in this area. This place is my kind of place.
Depends what the weather's like, too.
Okay, hot wings on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. He didn't really want to talk, at least on camera. A private guy, but wow. Big T, way out here in the Kenai Peninsula. And you can imagine what goes on in there on a Friday.
Effects may be habit-forming and addictive. Marijuana impairs concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery while under its influence. There are health risks associated with consumption of marijuana for use only by adults 21 and over. Keep out of reach of children. Marijuana should not be used by women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. Get your tickets now for the...
Little teeny town of Moose Pass. And there's one plane out here. We'll take you to wherever you want to go. Within reason. I think this is a bar, maybe? Let's see. Oh yeah. That kind of place. Like it. And then pull it off.
600 times he was named the Forbes 30 under 30 list and was the youngest 2016
Not as good as what it really is. Well, there's gonna be times that will turn off. Hey, porcupine. I see a porcupine. I got that crossed off my list.
Off our bingo card.
Where are you going, Mr. Porcupine, huh? Go on, get.
This means your 2 feet are always on the ground and one hand free to hold on to something as you walk around the vessel.
Don't practice puffins in this area, at least in the summertime. You gotta remember, puffins, they're an altitude or a diving bird. They're also considered pelagic.
Oh, there they are.
Which means they spend most of their life out in the open ocean.
Oh, they're flying above us.
On a sunny day on the
Oh,
rocks.
wow, look, Kim. Look at him. Look at him. Aww. I know.
It's a good place to look at the intercoastal tidal zone too. Look at the water line here at 1 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, it's a puffin swarm. Look at it.
At 10 to 20% of the volume of that floating piece of ice, roughly 80 to 90% of that floating ice is still submerged.
Glacial wind. Tastes like ice. Not from that glacier right there. Okay. It's heavy. Margaritas with glacier ice we just grabbed? What? Watch for tail, watch for tail, tail! We go! See how, oh, it's cold. Oh, that's real cold. That is about as pure as water as you can get. Alaska ice melt, straight off the glaciers into Willow Creek. It's beautiful out here. Hoping to see some bear and some salmon jumping and some baby moose. We're down here by the creek, Willow Creek, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And one of the things that I'm surprised by is the lack of wildlife. I mean, we've seen some moose, some eagles and stuff, but like, you don't see any birds, squirrels, bugs, mosquitoes, lizards, really any wildlife at all driving around. I thought we'd see a lot more critters, and we really haven't seen really anything. There's hardly any flies. It's really nothing. It's pretty surprising. I don't know why that is. It's late summer. Maybe in other seasons there's more animals about, but on a rare sunny day, I think this is about the 4th day out of 13 that we've actually had a lot of sun. Usually kind of starts out a little sunny in the morning, and then clouds and rain kind of move in every day. It doesn't really clear up till about 6 o'clock when it gets pretty decent. But today is glorious. I can get a little suntan. Well, wouldn't you know it, it's closed. Damn it. The liquor store and the bar? What? Yeah, and they got the curtains pulled and everything, damn it. Well, that ain't fun. Man, look how beautiful this is. Almost 70 degrees out here. About 5 miles north of Seward. And it is just anywhere you look. Okay, so here's where we're staying. We're in Fairbanks, Alaska. Look at this place. That's our lame minivan because our other car broke. We're at the Pleasant Acres Reindeer Ranch, and look at that. That's our room. Wait till you see this place. This is a trip. We're out in the about 20 minutes kind of east of Fairbanks. And look at this reindeer. Oh my goodness. We got reindeer right outside our room. That's Nolo out there, the big buck. He's chasing down the females. Oh, they're running. He's gonna get one of them. They're in rut, and Nolo is on the hunt. We'll have more of that later. Some of the little calves are out there too. Just born. Little baby calves. But look at this place out here. This is our room. They're these igloos that people book. They're pretty much for really like winter time when you get the northern lights. And it's just crazy out here. Like you see, they say you see Jesus out here in the winter time with the lights that come down, and pretty much you can sit on these decks and you feel like they're touching you. But it's all these igloos that are amazing. Look at this awesome room. It's like a dome cabin that we have going on in this total igloo out here. 20 minutes from Fairbanks, and you get to look out and see reindeer. But here you are with the igloos, Pleasant Valley Reindeer Ranch. This is where we're staying for 3 days in Fairbanks, folks. Look at that.
Hello.
Hey, Novo.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Good morning. That's the side eye you gave me the other day. You and your side eye. Oh, yeah.
Yes, his what? His wiener? What are you doing? Are you mad? He's peeing on his foot to mark his turf. Yeah?
So I'm curious how long he stays in there with them.
Oh, he's side-eyeing.
Hi.
What are you gonna do, ram me?
Leaving.
You gonna ram me? Okay.
I'm curious as to like how long they were they're like, okay, it worked or it didn't work, or how long did he stay in there with them?
Look at the, I don't know.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi, babies.
Why are you guys running? Why are you running?
You're not gonna run when we have the good stuff later.
No, we're gonna feed you.
Oh.
You got a big rack, don't you? Huh? Oh, you're gonna pee on yourself again, huh? Yeah. You don't like me messing with you, do you? No. Yeah, I see you. I know. I don't want your women. I do not want your women. Oh, he's pooping. He's nervous. He's pooping. He pooped. Kenny just pulled up with the truck, and reindeer are ready to have their breakfast. I think we're gonna eat tree branches. Not quite sure what we're gonna feed them, but they're gonna love it.
Hi.
Look at you.
Hi.
What's this one's name? Do they have names?
This is Krampus.
Krampus.
And then that's Jeff.
Jeff.
He acts like a Jeff too. In all ways.
Oh, you're gonna have both of them over there.
If you get into it, he's gonna get into it.
Yeah. Okay, so I can kind of maybe have you come around? No, not yet.
She's letting me pet. He's kind of like,
Bambi's a little more standoffish. Verlene has always been.
He's like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
I'll go over here where you're not holding it.
I know they have ice cream in here. Gifts, sundries, everything you need. Oh my God, look at this place. What's up, man? Oh my God. Bearskin stuff. Guns. Look at this. Gold. We got that already. Not for sale. Not for sale. Look at that. Oh, did you see back here? Look at this stuff. What? They got every stuffed thing you could find in this state. God, good job on whoever built this. There's a lot of manly stuff in this state, huh?
I'll get you in there.
Okay.
Do you want me to video it?
No, just take a picture.
Okay.
And then the ice bar, where you can have a nice cold Coors Light right here. Sit at this ice bar. Bartender, I'll take a can of Coors Light like a man. That was good. Anyway, they've got all these statues in here. It's cold. It's 20, not minus 40, but it's time to leave. My eye sculpture place. Okay, so here we are, the North Pole, Alaska. As you can see, it looks just like any other place, except the street names. Santa Claus house. It's a tourist trap. What the heck? Here's what Santa's bathroom looks like. All the letters for Santa.
Maybe some coffee, lunch, ice cream, whatever it is. And remember, the better you treat them, the better Christmas you're gonna have. From the North Pole, Merry Christmas! Oh, ho, 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 ho!
Can I get a picture of each of us with you now, see?
Did you know the North Pole is the most Republican city in Alaska? 80% of the town voted for Trump.
Well, hee-haw, Mappy! That's some real good news.
Do you think Santa Claus likes guns too?
Well, I'm sure he does. I know he does. Because every year, I get bullets under my tree for Christmas. All right, well, we are on the side of the highway, way out in the middle of nowhere, and I had to put my shades on finally because it's hot and sunny. And by hot, it's 62, and by sunny, I mean mostly, kinda. But it's a welcome relief from what the weather is that we've been seeing for the last, feels like a week at this point. Feels like summer again, just a little bit. False fall, maybe, up in Alaska. We're at this cool little market liquor store thing where they got beer coming out of the tap. And looks like a lot of folks excited about. And that is only the second state trooper. I was just thinking, we were talking in the car, we have seen no state troopers out here. I think I've seen 6 or 7 law enforcement vehicles the entire time out here. I'm talking even in Anchorage, police officers, state troopers, there's nobody out here. We've asked people about it and they all said basically we don't really need a lot of help out here. We can handle things on our own. And I think they mean it because there's really nobody out on the roads that's enforcing anything. You can drive as fast as you want. Just don't go down other people's driveways, of course. Anyways, we're heading off right now. We're going to go down and get on a helicopter and land on a glacier in about an hour, and the sky is beautiful for that. Look at that. Okay, so here we go. The famous Igloo City. That's right, Igloo City. It was a city. I don't know why they call it Igloo City. But this is a very unique place that clearly has seen better days out here. And let's go inside and find out what it's in here. Hey. Pretty sketchy. Super cool. I don't know what's in here. If these walls could talk. Well, there's no walls. If this building could talk. This would be a perfect place for a bunch of bums. I don't know why it's not taken over by homeless people. I guess they kick them out. Not pumping gas anymore here.
Acres out here, protected farmland, and 77 muskox spread throughout.
Okay.
And so what we'll do is we'll take a stroll around the pastures of the farm and talk all about muskox while you're out here.
Fine. Perfect.
Awesome. So a couple quick safety rules. We're going to stand up tall. Muskoxen see when you bend over as you challenging them for their spot in the herd, which sounds cool until the fence flexes. We're also going to stay together as a group so that we look like humans instead of a wolf pack trying to herd them up and eat them. And then, as cute and cuddly as they look, we work really hard for them to realize that people are safe to be around, but that we're not their best cuddle friend. So that we'll go take a walk.
Okay. Oh, what's he coming over to do?
So he's coming to check it out. So this is our other harem. So those ladies are his. And so we could take them. And so he's got to come prove that he's the greatest.
He's got to be
and so
like,
if he
"Don't
gets any
you
closer,
mess-"
we'll step back. Or he's going to chase Freya. He's decided that.
He's like, she's mine. Don't you try to get on her.
Yeah, you're going to stand between it and now scent mark? Yeah.
Okay.
So what they're doing is scent marking. It is the gland that they have that smells, and it actually smells florally. So their name, so wrong. They're not an ox, and they don't have a musk.
So I told you that I haven't seen a lot of mosquitoes in Alaska. I've seen one the whole time, which I'm thrilled about. Well, there's another one right there. That's the biggest mosquito in the country. And it's right out here in Kazaloff, Alaska on the Kenai Peninsula. The thing is massive and it looks pretty scary, doesn't it? There you go. And here's another three bears, a much smaller three bears. I showed you a three bears back in Kenai. It's their kind of go-to convenience store, kind of their Casey's of Alaska. Except Casey's doesn't have damn ammo and fishing gear. You got bait at Three Bears. Bait.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try this one.
There's really not a lot down the Kenai Peninsula main road. This is one of the few things you see driving down here. cell signal's bad, radio stations are bad, way out in the middle of nowhere. But here's a market. Everybody's pulled over to get their beer, their bait, their tackle, and their jerky. Help! Ice cream. Just a little small Alaska market. You can get all your sundries and gifts. That's pretty much it. $10,000. What? Damn. For a polar bear rug. I had to come here because our Enterprise vehicle had an issue with the windshield wipers. It's one of the smallest terminals you'll ever see. I think this is the only carousel for luggage, and those are the only gates. It's just a quiet airport, and they have grizzly bear in the airport. You don't see that in your airport, do you? And a polar bear. Well, that's it. Fairbanks Mall, where you can get anything you want. Not really. Okay, so in Alaska, it gets so cold that you have to plug your car in to these little stations they have. We're at Walmart right now. You plug your car into this thing right here. They're all over. Sorry, I'm a little buzzed up because I'm celebrating 1 million subscribers. We just hit that in Fairbanks. And we just hit 1 million subscribers! Woo! In the minivan! In the minivan!
Trade out our car for the minivan.
Just filling up the water right here. So take it back to your cabin. There you go. So apparently you come up here, I don't know anything about it. Okay, you open it up. Pay here. 2 cents a gallon, 2.7 cents. So 100 gallons for $2. How big is that tank, your tank? Okay. So you can fill that whole thing up for about $8. So that's about a 300 gallon tank he's got. There you go, that's cheap. You got water for however long you need it. There you go. That's how Fairbanks people get their water. Fairbanks Hood. Fairbanks nice neighborhood. Downtown Fairbanks. This place is lame.
Did you know Fairbanks is the 13th most dangerous place in America?
Well, I didn't know that, Mappy, but it makes sense. It's hard to get cops to be cops anywhere anymore. They don't pay them well enough, and they don't give them the support they need.
They should offer cops free guns if they come to work here.
Yeah, and a woman. It's hard to get women to move up here. Come be a Fairbanks cop, and you get a free wife, too. All right, Moose Creek, Alaska, general store, beer, wine, spirits, cigarettes, chew, jerky, moose milk, bear nuggets, anything you want.
Ain't many left. I grew up in a small town with no food,
Yep.
but there's some recent ones.
Oh,
like
shit.
this.
You have old VHS tapes you can rent? Can you grab one?
Yeah, he probably hasn't in a long time, and I asked him. So there's some from '99. We'll just say Private Ryan, I guess.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan. There we
Says
go.
new release '99.
Man. Right here in Hatcher's Pass. It's beautiful. Kind of a cloudy, crummy day. But it's still gorgeous. And that's Independent State Mine. Up there. That's where they did a lot of gold dredging. And then we've got a lot of people out here that are picking berries on the side of the mountain. You see that all over Alaska. People just pull over and they walk around and grab all the different berries on the hillsides, and the bears are not happy about it, I'm sure. So here you go, Independence Mine. It's a state park. This used to be a big deal where they dug millions of dollars of gold out of those hills back in the day. It's very important, and they do not do that any longer. They've got all the old buildings that were important that are no longer standing. And that's Hatcher Pass Lodge, which we are not staying at. Hatcher Pass Road in the rain is not fun. The road's getting better. What do you think, Kim?
I think you need to turn the defrost or the, it's a little steamy, and that might be better for your camera.
Well, it's a shame they're not eager to do this, isn't it? Yeah, okay, well, not yapping and let's lean in and pick up speed, and just like that, Dave is gone. Postcard perfect little cabin with moose antlers and a big deck. You build a big house if you want, or go smaller and save some capital for toys. See, then the whole state is your backyard. And it's not a who's who either, it's just folks living their lives, although this light brown home over to the right with the red patio furniture, that one is kind of special because that's where Ronald and Nancy Reagan lived in 1984.
Tip with Timberwolf, and she would sew this on so that her family were skilled hunters and they caught the tricky Wolverine. Now you can turn around, Leo. Skin sewing techniques and beadwork designs were passed down mother to daughter, generation after generation.
You're gonna be in it. This was how people lived back then in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Back when people were tough and they worked hard. They don't do that anymore, do they? They sure ain't tough. They made their black coffee right on that stove. Real black coffee for men and women. Back then you could buy everything on that shelf and it would be 13 cents. That was his bed. That was his stove. That was his kitchen. And it is not very tall in here. And that's where he bed his Alaskan princesses right there. Made little Eskimo babies. I'd ride that today, wouldn't you?
So vintage.
That looks like fun.
So retro.
They'd catch the salmon on that wheel right there. And then they'd bring them up here and cut them up. Dehydrate them. And it's really dehydrating. You can smell the salmon right now. Road is terrible.
It's roller coaster.
That's so Alaska. That is some small town shit right there. Out in the middle of Alaska. On a Saturday, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's nobody around. Looking for moose and bear. Caribou. Is it a reindeer? We have a possible animal sighting. There's a bunch of cars stopped. That usually means something's up. Oh, they're moving now. I'm gonna get out.
No, you're not allowed to get out. And there's a bus behind us.
Will you film it?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Moose. Hey, Mr. Moose.
He's a big one. No, everybody wants to see it.
We got to see a moose in the park. Well, that was cool. Kim spotted it. Good job, Kim.
I kind of feel like people in front of me help me out.
Good job, Kim. Kim spotted a moose. That is so Alaska. There's nothing more Alaska than that. What's up, buddy? Just hanging out at the Three Bears. So We're on our way to our cabin right now in Healy, Alaska. This is our driveway. And I think we're gonna see some bears or something out here tonight. What do you think, Cam?
Well, I hope we do, but I hope we are protected. What's this in the middle of our road right here? Is that bear scat?
Oh, we got bear scat.
Ooh, is it?
Bear scat.
What is that?
Hold
on, I'm backing up. What is that?
We might have some bear scat. Hang on. I'm gonna investigate and see what this is. Oh, we got bear scat. Yep, that is bear scat. Yep. So that means that there's a bear around here somewhere, and if I'm not mistaken, that's baby bear scat. So that means that there's a baby bear around. Fresh baby bear scat. So I think we're gonna see a bear.
Does it really look like that?
It's babe. That is bear scat. You want me to go get it, or put it in a bag or something? We can take it home.
I mean, it looks like it just happened.
It did just happen.
Oh goodness.
And I think based on the direction of the way it came out of the anus, I think the bear went that way.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We haven't seen a bear up close. Oh, there's more bear scat. So we might have, there might be an issue. Maybe the bears might have some issues with the bear flus going around. I know the moose flu is going around. So this is pretty scattered up.
It's pretty, and the trees are thick, but little.
So I'm glad I brought my heat up to this cabin. Kim, what do you think? Are we gonna see a bear tonight?
I hope we see a bear tonight.
Right. I'll update you if you see a bear. You know I will. 1 through 5. I'm not gonna lie, this feels very spooky, like Watcher in the Woods. We should watch Watcher in the Woods. It was at Disney World. Oh, look at our view off our back porch. Yeah, let me get out for a second.
Okay.
All right, this is where we're staying here in Healy on day 15-ish. We've got this back deck with a beautiful view of the middle of nowhere, Alaska. Not sure what I'm looking at, but it's really pretty. And we can see bears. And let's see what we got inside. Okay, oh, we got room for a guest. Are we on? All right. So for the first time on the trip, this is day 15, I think. We're out in the woods, deep in the woods. We're at these cabins at the top of a ridge. I don't know, 2 hours from Fairbanks, 280 miles from Anchorage, way out in the middle of nowhere. And this is some real deep woods out here. There's really nothing around. We saw some bear shit, and here's some more. Well, what is this? I don't know what that is. That might be moose droppings. I don't know what that is. What is that? I'm gonna turn this around here, show you what this is. Looks like some kind of a dropping from, I'm guessing a moose, because that's a lot of shit. That's not squirrel shit. Right here on a trail. So my investigative sniffer is telling me that we got some big critters out here, and that's why I'm glad I have my heat. Because you don't know what you're gonna find. This is really cool. This is actually kind of why we came out here, was to experience nature like this and to stay in a place that's way out from everybody else. This is really cool. It's only about 45 degrees, even though it's getting towards the end of summer. It's August 21st. Light rain, windy, cold. Feels like it would be late fall where I live. But it's summer, and this is what it's like in Alaska in the summer. Just nothing around out here in the Alaska woods. I'm gonna go inside and make a bourbon drink and probably open up a can of beer with my big buck knife. Holy shit. Wow. Holy shit, there is an Alaska rainbow. Oh my God. What? Oh my God.
See the whole thing, Nick? Go look to the right.
You can. I cannot believe this.
Oh my gosh, I can see it through the trees over here.
Oh my God.
You can see the other end.
Now, I've seen some stuff in my time, but that is incredible, folks. I did not think Alaska had it in her. Damn rainbow. What is happening? Okay, I just came out here from the cabin after last night in the mountains. Came out here, got my coffee, and what in the hell? There's moose shit on the rental. What the hell is that? That is so Alaska. Okay, YouTube, it's day 19. We're still on the outskirts of Fairbanks. We're about to start heading south. We're in the Two Rivers Outpost here in Pleasant Valley. And everywhere you go, there's trapper and miner shit. And this right here is an ode to the old trappers that were in the area. So this is in the parking lot. This is exactly what it looked like back when trappers were in the area. This is what they lived in. This is how they lived out here. Simple life they led, right? And for gold? What? You can pan for gold. Right here. Oh. Is that gold? I think that's gold. I'm rich. What's the duck's name?
We're calling him Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean?
Keeps himself clean, and then we got to clean up after him too, you know.
Yeah.
How did you acquire this?
So we have ducks. We have about 11 of them. Okay. And then we hatch out some for, you know, more eggs and more meat, and just to replace some of the old ones. Yeah. And then this one was, yeah, you can go real slow. Hi. And then this one was a, oops, when I go and collect the eggs, I know how many I get. Yeah. And then I'm like, I got an extra one. So I candled the eggs and saw that they must have been burying this one and sitting on it for a while. So then I just throw it in the incubator. So we got one scraggler.
Are these real fox pelts?
They are.
Oh. Kim, do you want a fox pelt? You can use it for like a keychain.
Looks nice. Everything awfully big.
Got my, what is this called? A fox hat?
That's a coyote.
Coyote hat.
Oh my goodness.
A real man.
Yeah, you look like a real man with that.
All right, so this is an old gold mine up here. Look at that. God. Stunning. Folks used to come up here and pan for gold and made their fortunes up here. There's still gold all over this state. They say if you get down the creeks, you can find gold no problem. A lot of people don't want to earn it. They don't want to work. Day 21, I think.
You're leaving.
Look at
Glacier view.
On our way back to Anchorage, and Kim is excited about that.
Not really. Anchorage is sad.
Look at all the sandhill graves. There's Captain Steve's fishing lodge. Let's go see what Captain Steve's up to. That's all fireweed. That's what the moose eat, apparently. World record, huh? Wow. How many pounds is that thing?
82 pounds,
82?
6 ounces.
Wow.
Yeah. They did pretty good on that one.
When people stay the night, they have a whole dinner for themselves.
How many people can you guys hold here for a...
We had 18 at the beginning of the season.
Oh,
They
wow.
kind of filled the lodge up. But then you got your trophy tails sitting there. Yeah. And then the bar. And
So this is first class. I mean, when you book a lodge, this is as good as it gets. I'm imagining, right?
they try to be.
Yeah, man.
They really
This
try
is
to be.
fantastic.
You got your salmon shark up there. That's not out of a movie. That is actually real. You did catch that one.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Holy
they eat salmon.
Do you eat that or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does salmon shark taste like?
They say it tastes really good.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fish guy, but
I was told the eagles come and hover around this, but I don't see any eagles eating the trash today. We'll find eagles eventually. Scavenger birds. There's a seagull, but no eagle. So Alaska's absolutely wonderful. Tried to see as much of it as we could. We were there for almost a month, and I think we left thinking we barely saw any of it at all. It's worth another trip. You should go see it. And that's the end of that road trip. Off to another trip, hopefully somewhere warmer.